Be ye remembering the woman of Lot. Whosoever shall seek to gain his soul shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his soul shall preserve it. I am saying to you, in that night there shall be 2 men on one bed. The one shall be taken, and the other shall be left. There shall be 2 women grinding together. The one shall be taken, and the other shall be left. And they answering say to him, Where, Lord? And he said to them, Where the body is, thither will the eagles also be gathered together. Luke chapter 18. And he was speaking a parable to them toward the thing, it being necessary for them always to be praying, and not to be fainting, saying, A certain judge was being in a certain city, fearing not the God, and regarding not a man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came often to him, saying, Avenge me of my adversary. And he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, Though I am fearing not the God, and neither am I regarding a man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest she wear me out by her continual coming. And the Lord said, Hear what the unrighteous judge is saying. And shall not the God avenge his elect, the ones crying out to him day and night, and he is being long-suffering over them? I am saying to you that he shall effectuate their vindication in swiftness. Nevertheless, when the Son of the Man cometh, shall he find the firm faithfulness upon the earth? And he spoke also this parable to certain who trusted in themselves that they were righteous, and set all others at naught. 2 men went up into the temple to pray, the one a Pharisee, and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, O the God, I thank thee, that I am not as the rest of men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. I fast twice in the week, I give tithes of all that I get. But the publican, standing afar off, would not lift up so much as his eyes to the sky, but smote his chest, saying, O the God, be thou atoned for me, the sinner. I am saying to you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalteth himself shall be humbled, but he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. And they were bringing to him also their infants, that he should touch them. But when the disciples saw it, they rebuked them. But Yeshua called them to him, saying, Allow the little children to be coming to me, and forbid them not, for of such is the kingdom of the God. Amen, I am saying to you, whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of the God as a little child, he shall certainly not enter therein. And a certain ruler asked him, saying, Good teacher, what shall I do to inherit Aeonic life? And Yeshua said to him, Why callest thou me good? None is good except one, the God. Thou knowest the commands. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Honor thy father and mother. And he said, All these things have I observed from my youth up. And when Yeshua heard it, he said to him, one thing thou lackest yet. Sell all that thou hast, and distribute to the poor, and thou shalt have treasure in the skies. And come, be thou following me. But when he heard these things, he became exceeding sorrowful, for he was very rich. And Yeshua, seeing him, said, How hardly shall they that have riches enter into the kingdom of the God? For it is easier for a camel to enter in through a needle's eye than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the God. And they that heard it said, Then who can be saved? But he said, The things which are impossible with men are possible with the God. And Petros said, Lo, we have left our own things and followed thee. And he said to them, Amen, I am saying to you, there is no man that hath left house or woman or brothers or parents or children for the kingdom of the God's sake, who shall not receive manifold more in this time and in the aeon to come, aeonic life. And he took to him the 12 and said to them, Behold, we go up to Jerusalem, and all the things that are written through the prophets shall be accomplished to the Son of the Man. For he shall be delivered up to the nations, and shall be mocked, and shamefully treated, and spit upon. And they shall whip and kill him, and the third day he shall rise again. And they understood none of these things. And this saying was hid from them, and they perceived not the things that were said. And it was, as he drew near to Jericho, a certain blind man sat by the wayside begging. And hearing a multitude going by, he inquired what this meant. And they told him that Yeshua the Nazarene is passing by. And he cried, saying, Yeshua, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And they that went before rebuked him, so that he should become silent. But he cried out the more a great deal, Thou son of David, have mercy on me. And Yeshua stood and commanded him to be brought to him. And when he was come near, he asked him, What art thou wanting that I would do for thee? And he said, Lord, that I may receive my sight. And Yeshua said to him, Receive thy sight, thy faith hath made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight, and followed him, glorifying the God. And all the people, when they saw it, gave praise to the God. And he entered, and was passing through Jericho.